outstanding players on this year's Philadelphia Phillies team, but also one of the outstanding men on the squad. A stand-up guy, and right now, he is perfect when he comes out of the bullpen. He is just perfect. Yeah, it is our pleasure to have Brad here, who came to us in a trade during the offseason with the Houston Astros, and their loss was certainly the Philadelphia Phillies gain. Brad, let's start by talking about how difficult it is, even though if you look at it from the surface and even below that, it's a very good position for you guys for you to be in. But to be traded, what is that like for not only your player, but with all these ladies out here, for Lindsay, your wife, and your family?
It's a big adjustment for sure. I think this is the first time I'd ever been traded. I got drafted by the Houston Astros in 1998. Been with the organization for about 10 years. And the first thing you think of when you get traded is, in particular for me, I knew that Brett Myers was closing here last year, so I was thinking, okay, am I going to a good team? Check. Am I going to be closing there? And I had no idea. I didn't know what I was going to be doing. So I was fortunate to talk to Charlie Manuel and Ruben Amaro right after I got traded, about 5 minutes afterward, and it's a very unsettling 5 minutes, and even the next couple hours after that, they said, yeah, you're going to be closing, we want to move Brett in the rotation, and we think it's really going to help our team. So I was happy as far as the baseball standpoint goes, going to a better team, it's going to be closing, and then all of a sudden you think about everything else. Okay, where are we going to be living? How are we going to get out there and find our way in a new city? And fortunately, the Phillies had a lot of good people that helped us out a lot, gave us some good places and recommendations. And once spring training rolls around, you meet everybody. All of a sudden, it starts going back to baseball again. And everybody here is a great teammate. Everybody's getting along real well, especially now we're winning. So we have a great atmosphere. I think some of that stuff is a tough adjustment at first, but then when you start playing baseball, it's like any other year, any other game.
Brad, the ladies who are watching on television, or if they're fortunate to come to games at Citizens Bank Park, they can see the players in uniform on the field. Give them an idea about what our clubhouse is like, what kind of guys we have downstairs before they get on the field.
We got a lively group of guys, that's for sure. I'd say especially compared to Houston, we had a lot of veteran players in Houston, but they were a little more low-key. The team here is, very, like I said, very live, very...
You're not talking about Shane Victorino, right?
Some guys you can't get to stop talking, like Shane, but that's actually great, and it's actually, the energy on this team is far superior to when I was in Houston. I think that's one of the reasons we play so well. I really do. I think the leaders on this team, the guys that have been here for a while, and the guys that haven't necessarily been here for that many years, everybody's very vocal, there's a lot of energy, and everybody appreciates that. And I think that that translates out in the field when everybody's playing as hard as they can. And honestly, our team plays very hard compared to other teams. I mean, you see guys that are really busting it out there all the time, and a lot of times older guys or guys that don't really feel the need for urgency will just kind of take some plays off or whatever. And I know that really on our team, there's just about every single guy, every single time was just busting his butt. And so, I mean, for me coming into that environment, that gave me a shot of energy also. So when I got down there in spring training, saw how lively the guys were, it really worked well for me too.
If you ladies were fortunate enough to be in our clubhouse or even in our dugout during a game, you would see how the players relate to Charlie Manuel, our manager, and vice versa. Brad, talk about the very unusual way that Charlie has of communicating with you guys.
Well, I mean, it's amazing because he's so relaxed and he's so kind of, it's kind of hard to put the words in, but he's friendly, he's relaxed, he makes it super comfortable, and he does that day in and day out, so that when he actually does get upset at us and has a team meeting or whatever, and he starts getting riled up, we're listening, trust me, because it's very out of character for him, but it's very effective. And some managers I've been with in the past are always kind of in your face, always telling you this and that, and it loses its effectiveness after a while. But Charlie, he has a great way of communicating with guys, keeping it relaxed, and when he needs to step up and say something, he will, and people will listen. I really think that the guys on our team